Does this 911 feel like it can go for a while? Like a long while?
It feels like it can go forever.
Right?
It feels like it can be another Grey's Anatomy.
That's what it's giving, dude.
Yeah.
It's so giving that.
Season 20, I'll be here talking to you guys about how Eddie is using his walker.
But will he be with Buck?
But will he be with Buck? I don't know.
I'd love to see that.
How was filming that scene where Buck told Eddie that he went on a date with Tommy? Did that feel like a natural scene to film?
What's Buck told Tommy? Say it again?
Buck tells... It's when Buck told you that he went on a date with Tommy.
Oh, yeah. I automatically thought about one of my friends who I was filming Everybody Wants Some, and he gives me a call, and he tells me that he's finally coming out. And it was this moment of, like, I'm so happy that you're allowed to finally just drop your guard and just be you. Like, there's no more extra energy being used to portray something you're not. And I just took that and I used it for that scene. And I think it resonated very well because the feedback that I got from that scene was just like, oh, he's really being there for him. And that's what I want to kind of showcase with Eddie, that sexuality doesn't have to define a friendship. You know, just because you like to sleep with women, you like to sleep with men. How does that define any kind of humor or relation or connection with another individual? You just be you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if the fact that you have the strength to, in a world where most people would be, let me not speak on most people, but there's been a lot of history where gay men or gay women have not been able to live their truth. Here we are representing something so incredible.
It's cool to see.
Yeah.
The show I love.
Yeah.
By the way, you can watch it all. It's on Hulu. Link below. What are you thinking?
What was your first reaction to hearing about the B-NATO?
I obviously thought about Sharknado.
Yeah.
I was like, this is wild, bro. Are we running out of ideas? What's going on? But in typical Tim fashion, it's like you can question him, but it all works out in the end. And he knows what he's doing. There's a reason why he's had such a successful career. But it's funny, man, because you don't see bees in front of you as you're like acting. So you're like, all right, there's the bee NATO over there. And how big is it? Oh, it's going this. Okay. And then just look up and go, you know? So it's those moments that you're like, I feel foolish, but you got to sell it. This is part of the job. And luckily our cast is such a family that we get to just really like fall into those moments with humor and lean in even heavier, which does make it sellable to the audience. So that's the real bread and butter of this show is this cast gets along so well.
The cast is exquisite too. You all are so talented.
Thank you.
I mean, you've obviously learned a lot as an actor by being put in these positions, by being around these incredible individuals. But do you learn anything about yourself?
Oh, yeah, like I said. I mean, so much reflective issues have happened with Eddie that I've pulled from. And, you know, the Catholic guilt thing was real. I grew up as an altar boy.
You were going to be a priest.
I went to the seminary for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I was like, no, thank you. This was great and all, but no, thank you.
What part of it really pushed you away?
How many times you got to go to church? I'm like, what is going on? And I curse. I'm sorry, like God, but like free speech. But yeah, I was a kid at the time, and I think what I was really doing at the time is I had heard my grandfather. He went to the seminary, and he was going to be a priest. He obviously wasn't, and ended up having 8 children. But I wanted to make him happy and proud. And I tried it. It didn't work, so went back, and I said, I'm okay with being an altar boy, you know, or being in the youth group and part of the Catholic Church. And then I had a falling out where almost over a decade where I was just like, I don't believe in any of this, you know. Religion itself is dirty, and, you know, seeing the other parts of religion that are not tied to the actual faith, it really, you know, set a bad taste in my mouth, and luckily, you know, events have happened since then that reignited my faith. One being a friend of mine was lost actually on this day, Stephen Twitch Boss. And one of the first times I went back to church was a celebration of life for him. So he got me back in. Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.